So yesterday, Saturday morning, I go outside because I see the glimmer of light coming through the windows. And I just want to catch some of that light. I just want to catch some of those sunbeams. And I didn't just want it just to get a tan, but when I saw that light beaming through the windows, I thought of Jesus, and I thought of resurrection, and I thought of the light that shone on that Sunday morning all those years ago when the stone was rolled away and when he resurrected. And so I just walked outside and stood in the light, and I just prayed. I just looked up. I looked straight towards the sun, and I just lifted up my face, and I just prayed, Jesus, shine on me. Shine on me like you did those days when I cried that question out. Thank you that I woke up even happy this morning, but it wasn't always that way. Thank you, but shine again on me like you did that resurrection day in my life, when you turned everything around, when I was lost and you set me free, when I felt like I was dying and you made me alive again, when I felt like I was bound with addictions, bound with depression, bound with anxiety, and you set me free. And he did. And I don't let it just be one day in the life of, but I always step out into his light and I say, shine fresh on me. What do you want to be set free from in your life? What do you need to be resurrected in your life? Let me tell you about the resurrection. When Jesus was approaching the last days of his life during that renowned Last Supper, I painted the Last Supper one time. The Last Supper. During the Last Supper, he was in the upper room before he went to Gethsemane, before he went on the cross. And he was near the cross. The cross was there. Death was near him, but he was with his disciples. And he was preparing them for what was coming. All of that was coming to Jesus. He was focused on preparing his disciples for what was coming. I am so in awe of Jesus' love. In the midst of that anguish, he tells his disciples, peace I leave you. My peace I give you. In that moment of anguish, in that moment of pressing, with something looming ahead so great that nothing can compare to it, Jesus had more peace than he needed. He had more than enough peace to go around, and he used it. He gave it to his disciples. He gives you more than enough. Use it. Even when Jesus was on the cross, suffering so greatly, already been scourged, the nails lifted him up on that cross, yet in that moment, he saw his mother. He saw his beloved disciple, John, near the cross, and he saw them. He saw them with love, and in that love, he spoke, woman, here is your son. And to his disciple, he said, behold, here is your mother. From that time on, this disciple took her into his home. Even from the cross, Jesus had more than enough. He gave his mother a son to love and care for her. He gives John a new mission, and he is making all things new on the cross. Right there for all of us, he also was creating a new relationship, something so in the moment. The creator of the heavens and the earth hangs there. And he had so much life and freedom in that moment. And even when darkness fell at the brightest noon of day, creation bowed its head. All of creation went dark right at bright noonday. And the one who spoke light in darkness was dying for the sins of all. In darkness, he cried out. He called out to Father. And in that moment of death, he cries out, "It is finished. It is finished." Right in the moment of death, he proclaimed, he knew what he was doing. It is finished. Grief and confusion tried to take down the disciples during those days where he was in the grave. But that peace that he prepared them with carried them through. They made it through until Sunday morning. And on Sunday morning, even before the world awoke, before the sun rose, heaven moved. The earth shook beneath resurrection power. A radiant angel descended and rolled the stone away and sat on it. The guards, who were well-trained, well-armed, so strong, they fainted in fear. But he is not here. He is risen. As bright as the sun was yesterday morning and today, he is alive. And he is free. Death cannot hold him. The one who said, "Let there be light," in the beginning, the light, I'm talking about Jesus, the light itself arose from the grave. No one had to wake him up from the darkness of death to set us free. Do you want to be alive and free in your life? Are there areas that you're craving so bad in relationships that you want freedom and that you want life? Is there somewhere that you just want the Lord to shine that special beam of light on you? Do you want to have more than enough? As I looked out at the sun and as I prayed for the light to shine on me, I noticed my bird of paradise blooming in full bloom of spring. And I noticed there were so many blossoms on it that I had to pull some out to make room for the other ones that were so quickly growing up behind it. So I had to make a bouquet of bird of paradise blooms and put those huge blossoms in my house because there were so many coming. That's how much God has equipped you in your life of everything you need. Everything that makes you alive and free, I want you to have that in excess. What do you think of when I say, do you want to be alive and free? What is it? I want you to have that in excess to where when someone sees you out at the grocery store or in the office, as compared to everyone else, they see God in you. Jesus sees you like he saw his mother, like he saw his disciple while he was on the cross through the blood, and he calls your name. He's still rolling stones today. So whatever's blocking you, he can move it. Because he lives, you can live. So that same light that filled me, I pray that it will shine on you and fill you right now. As you are, you're welcome here.